Hey guys, so today I want to do this video. I think it's a really cool topic to do because, I want to be able to answer you guys' questions and provide you with my experiences. So today's video is about my first tattoo experience. And let me start off by saying that I'm absolutely in love with my tattoo. Like, I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm so happy with how it came out. And I want to walk you guys through the whole process. Like, I had been wanting this tattoo for maybe like a year and a half. And I finally, last weekend, I was like, you know what am I waiting for? Why do I keep putting this off? Like, I want this tattoo. It's not going away. It means something to me. I got it. So, I was still kind of freaked out because I didn't know, how much pain I was gonna be in, or I don't know, I just didn't know. I was like, oh my god, like, what am I getting myself into? At one point when I was sitting in the chair and he was like coming in with the little bzzz sound, I was just like, what am I getting myself into? Like, but at the same time, it was just weird because I wasn't expected to get a tattoo that weekend, but I did, and I'm so happy with it, and I will show it to you guys at the end of the video. If you're thinking about getting a tattoo, I want to be able to help you. I want to be able to tell you everything I went through and how much pain I was in and how much whatever, the aftercare, the post care of the tattoo, because you do need to take care of it afterwards. It's not just like you get it and that's it. So I'm going to just walk you through the whole process. So without further ado, let's get started, and I hope you guys like it. And if you have any questions, you can comment down below and I will get back to you. Okay, so how the day started. I don't know, I woke up in the morning and I was like, I want a tattoo. And I've been wanting this tattoo for so long, I'm gonna get it. I called this local tattoo shop right by my house. I called them and they were very reputable. I looked online, so look online, make sure they're reputable. Mine had like 5 stars, and so just make sure it's reputable. So I call them up and I'm like, hey, like, I'm interested in getting a tattoo. It's small, it's nothing serious. Do you guys have any time available? And they said that they did, that I could just walk in. So then I called my boyfriend and I'm like, babe, like, come with me. Like, I'm gonna get my tattoo, yay. So he met up with me here, and then we decided to head out. Me, him, and then my mom, we all decided to go together. So we all went together and I was like freaking out in the car. And he's like, babe, are you nervous? And I was like, no, I'm not nervous. Like, it's just, no. But inside my head, I think I just hadn't grasped the concept that it's like 1,000 needles or whatever, however many needles, just like jabbing into your skin. Like, okay, it's a scary concept. And I guess once we started pulling into the place, I was like, oh my god, like, this is it. Like, like, I was just so nervous. I don't know. So then we walk inside the place and I talked to one of the people there. The environment was really nice. It was really clean. It seemed like a 5-star place because I have been inside tattoo shops that look disgusting. And so always check your sources, make sure, check their artwork, see if you like their artwork. Some of them have not so great artwork and it doesn't really equal the review. I've observed. So you just have to really look into your sources. Once you decide on a place, make sure it's 5 stars. Reputable, professional, whatever. Once you walk in, you also have to feel comfortable, and I did feel really comfortable at this place. It was kind of cool. Like, there were little cubicles for like each artist, and they had all their artwork on the walls. It was really cute. So I was like, okay, this is okay. So a guy greets me. This man, I forgot his name. I think I was so nervous I didn't catch his name. So he shook my hand. He's like, hi, are you interested in getting a tattoo done? And I'm like, yes. Showed my ID. You have to be 18. Showed my ID, whatever. And he's like, okay, great, just wait here for a couple minutes and we're gonna get you started. Like, I think, he had implied he was gonna do my tattoo. So I was like, okay, fine. So I sat with my boyfriend and we were just sitting there and like looking at tattoos, like talking about tattoos. It did take a little bit longer than they had told me. It took like 45 minutes for me to start, my tattoo. And I was like getting impatient. I walked next door. Or we drove next door to some fast food place. I got like fries and chicken nuggets, and I was sitting there eating my chicken nugget, and then the guy's like, all right, let's go, your turn. You're a walk-in, so I gotta get you done because I have another appointment at 2. And I was like eating my chicken nugget, and I was like, okay. So I get up and I sit and I get up and he, says, okay, what tattoo do you want? So I showed him the tattoo, and there's actually on the wall next to his little thing, he had the tattoo I wanted. Like, literally, he had the symbol. And I was like, oh my god, that's what I want, but thinner. Like, I just explained it. He put it on a stencil. He like traced it or whatever, and then he he gave me a little paper with drawing on it. He told me where I wanted it. So I stood behind the mirror and I just like, looked with the mirror here, like, oh, I want it right there exactly, whatever. It took a little bit for me to figure out exactly where I wanted it because this is permanent, people. So I was like, oh, there, a little bit down, a little bit up, whatever. So once I found the placement, I was like, oh, 2 fingers below my bone, whatever. It's here on my like lower neck back. I'll show you. So I was like, okay, I want it there. And he's like, all right, for sure. So he starts like putting all his stuff together and whatever. He's like, please sit in the chair. And I was like, oh my God, this is happening. And like I just sit in the chair and I sat like straddling the chair. It was weird. And my head was like against the chair, like this part. I was like facing backwards and he was doing the tattoo. I don't know if I can explain that correctly. Whatever, I sat there and I was like embracing. My mom was holding my hand and she's like, just bite my hand if you need to. And I was like, I'm definitely gonna bite your hand. And then my boyfriend was there. He has a tattoo. And I went with him to get it, and he was like freaking out. So I was like, all right, if you freaked out during your tattoo, I'm gonna freak out during my tattoo. And so he's like, Karina, don't be a baby, like you got this, like whatever. So I was like, I got this. And so he showed me the sterilized needle. They always have to show you that because if not, I don't know, like they're not professional. So he showed me the sterilized needle and the gun that he used. He just explained it all, and I was just like, okay, like taking it in. And so then he gets the gun. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna start. And I was facing away from him and I was like, all right, go ahead, just do it. And the feeling of it isn't, I was expecting a feeling of getting a shot, like feeling the needle go in, right? But then I realized, no, a tattoo is more surface. It's not really, it's puncturing your skin, but it's not like going inside like a shot. Like I hate that stingy feeling, but it was irritating. It was an irritating feeling, I'm not gonna lie. It feels like someone's like scratching you like really hard with like really pointy nails, like over and over again in the same spot, really hard. And it's just like, make it stop. It's not really like I'm gonna cry of the pain. It's like, oh my God, just get it over with, like stop. It's like really hot and irritating. It's weird. It's a weird feeling. And I was like, oh my God, like this is so weird. Like, so I would have to come up for air like every, I don't know, like 45 seconds. I was like, oh, just let me breathe for a second because it was a little bit intense, but it was bearable. Like I could do another one, I think, it's not that serious. So I was like, all right. And then before I know it, he was like, here you go. And I was like, that's it? It took like 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes. It was awesome. And I was like, that's it? Like you're done shading, like what? Like that's it? He's like, yeah, that's it, you're done, look, take a look at it. And I looked at it in the mirror and I was like, oh my God, this is the perfect tattoo. I'm in love. Like I was just so in love, and I still am. I keep looking at it whenever I get a chance in the mirror because it's behind me. So that was that, and then he gave me a little paper with the Aftercare, and it's just like an ointment that you have to apply because, a tattoo, with a tattoo, it's gonna scab up because it's kind of like, wounding your skin. Like you made an open wound, so it needs to heal, but so that it doesn't scab and peel off. And then sometimes when things scab and the tattoo comes off a little bit, you have to retouch it, and I don't want to go through that. So he said, if you don't want any scabs and any part of the tattoo to come off, you need to keep it, moisturized twice a day, like this much lotion, like the size of a Tic Tac, he said. Just keep it nice and moisturized so that it doesn't dry up and scab up. So I have this, I'll show it to you guys, it's over there, I have to go get it. It's just like a little ointment, it's called After Ink, something like that. And you just like, literally, it's like not even a legitimate bottle, like it's just like a little packet, and you just squeeze it out, and you apply it, whatever. And I just couldn't believe it. And after, when I was going home, they put they put like this bandage over it once it's done. So because there is a little bit of blood and a little bit of nastiness like oozing out, just a little bit, it wasn't that bad. But they do that so that, it can catch it and it won't be like dripping down your back, even though it sounds gross. But it's nothing serious. It's just like a little bit of blood, a little bit of oozing. So it just patches it up. And in 2 hours, you can take it off. In like 2 to 5 hours, something like that, you take off the bandage. So when I got home, I waited 2 hours, took off the bandage, and it was spectacular. Like there was barely any blood. Like it was just so, to me, I was expecting it to be way messier back there, and I was like, oh, it's like so nice. Like I was impressed of how clean his lines were and how good it healed, or it's healing, So and you take the bandages off, then you just have to apply you have to clean it a little bit with like soap, like very gentle. You can't get sun direct sunlight. You can sweat. I didn't know you couldn't sweat. I mean that you could sweat. I thought you couldn't sweat, but you can sweat. You just can't swim. You can't have it like soaked, or you can't have, you know, direct sunlight on it. And those are basically the 2 rules. Like I can still exercise and stuff, but I'm just taking it easy. And I really like how it came out, and I'm so happy with the way it's healing. I'm taking care of it, and it's there forever, baby. And I love it. I really like it. So yeah, it hurts a little bit, but it's bearable. It's not like the end of the world, you know. And I'm really sensitive, and I could take it, so you can take it. Trust me. And I don't know. I think that if you really want to get it, I think you should get it. Just get it. Like, just get it. Like, go for it. Like, I know some people say, oh no, like you're gonna regret it later. Whatever. I feel like I'm never gonna regret this. I did it in a spot that I could hide it. I could show it off. It's like kind of in the middle. I didn't really put it like on my forehead or anything like that. So I feel like I'm never gonna regret this tattoo. Like, it means so much to me as well. Like, as you know, personal meaning, and every time I see it, I just think it looks so cool, and it looks so me and so pretty, and I don't know, I'm so in love with it. So yeah, I think I went through it all. That was basically the process. It was like total 10 minutes like of checking in, and well, minus the waiting part, but just getting the tattoo, going home, like taking, like, I don't know, it was just it was so fast, and it all happened so fast. And afterwards it does sting a little bit, because it kind of feels like a sunburn. Like today I was walking to school, and the sun was hitting it a little bit too much. Like, I had it covered, and I was like, oh, this feels like a sunburn. If you touch it, it's a little sore. That's just because you just opened up the whole wound in your freaking back. So, you know, that goes away, and that's just part of it. But I'm so happy with it, and I hope that I answered most of the possible questions. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. Just comment below what you thought, like it, rate, subscribe, you know, the usual YouTube-ness. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and we'll talk about more stuff. Oh my god, I almost forgot to show you the actual tattoo. Alright, so let me take this off so you guys can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but yeah, it's the Om symbol. If you guys know what that is, it's a spiritual symbol. It's like, I'm a spiritual person, so it really means everything to me. When I see this tattoo, it reminds me of how I feel, you know, the universe works, and just my understanding of it. And it's really personal. Like, I don't expect everyone to understand what it is. Like, but if you know Om, like the noise you make when you meditate, that's Om. It goes Om, like that's what it is. But it has so many interpretations of its meaning. But to me, it just reminds me of, you know, my spiritual beliefs and everything like that. So I love it. I think it's pretty as well. It's a beautiful symbol. I think it's just perfect. So yeah, that's my tattoo. And if you guys have any questions, remember to let me know, and add me on Instagram, by the way, because I like seeing you guys, and I'll follow you back. Like, I don't know, I'm curious to see what my followers are up to. So follow me on Instagram. I'll put the link down below, and Twitter if you want to, whatever you want. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.